Let's talk about a job that's tough, important, and at the very heart of Mexico's rural life. A job that often goes unnoticed, but is absolutely essential to the country's economy and culture. We're talking about harvesting the nopal cactus, a task that requires skill, patience, and a deep connection to the land. Under the relentless Mexican sun, rows upon rows of prickly pear cactus, known locally as nopal, stretch for miles, painting the landscape with their vibrant green pads. In Mexico, this isn't just a plant, it's a $100 million business, a source of pride, and a lifeline for thousands of families who depend on it for their livelihood. Nopal is food on the table, a crop grown to sell in bustling markets, and a symbol of resilience in the face of harsh conditions. It's woven into the culture, celebrated in festivals, and even honored on the national flag, an emblem of Mexico's spirit and history. Every year, millions of tons of nopal are picked by hand, supporting rural families and entire towns, fueling local economies, and creating jobs from the fields to the factories. From the hardworking field workers who brave the thorns, to the factory employees who process and package it, countless lives depend on this simple, thorny plant. Nopal is a true superfood, packed with vitamins, minerals, and fiber. It's been feeding people for generations, especially in places where other crops struggle to survive. Planting and harvesting nopal isn't just about agriculture, it's about preserving ancient traditions, passing down knowledge from one generation to the next. Every cactus pad connects people to their land, their ancestors, and a way of life that has endured for centuries. So next time you see a cactus, remember that it's more than just a plant in the desert. Behind those sharp points is a story of strength, perseverance, and hard work, one that continues to shape the lives of millions. Today we'll meet the people who turn this humble desert plant into a product enjoyed not just in Mexico, but all over the world. From dusty fields where the first shoots break through the soil, to modern factories where nopal is transformed into countless products, it all starts with one carefully chosen piece of cactus. Let's jump into the world of nopal and discover the incredible journey of Mexico's unsung economic hero. Before planting, the land needs to be prepared very carefully. This is the foundation for a successful crop, and every step matters. Farmers know that the health of their nopal cactus depends on the work they do now, long before any seeds or pads touch the earth. Farmers dig up the earth 20 to 30 centimeters deep, making the soil airy for healthy roots. This deep turning breaks up hard clumps and lets air and water move freely, which is essential for the cactus to thrive. They add old manure to the soil, which helps it hold water better in Mexico's dry weather. The manure also adds nutrients, feeding the soil and making it richer for the plants. This natural material acts like a sponge, holding precious water for the cactus. In regions where rain is scarce, this can mean the difference between survival and failure. If the soil is too sour or salty, farmers add rice straw, ash, or lime to make it balanced. These amendments help create the right environment for roots to grow strong and healthy. Every addition is planned, creating the perfect place for nopal to grow well. Farmers test the soil, observe its texture, and adjust their methods to match what the land needs. It's a dirty, hard job that makes your back ache, but it's the start of a good harvest. The effort put in now saves problems later, and experienced farmers know there are no shortcuts. Farmers aren't just planting, they're building a whole natural system. They think about how water will flow, how wind will move, and how to protect the young cactus from harsh conditions. The hard work in the soil pays off for many years. Well-prepared land can support healthy cactus for a long time, giving back season after season. This preparation makes the difference between fields that struggle and fields that grow strong. The contrast is clear when you see a lush green field beside one that was rushed or neglected. It's all about being patient, planning ahead, and respecting the land. Good farmers know that nature rewards those who take the time to do things right. Strong, healthy cactus pads start with this unseen work. The roots grow deep and the plants stand tall because of the care given at the very beginning. The journey begins long before the first pad is planted. Every harvest is a testament to the patient, careful preparation that happens when the world is still quiet and the sun is just rising. Planting nopal isn't about seeds, it's about carefully chosen pads, each one selected with a practiced eye and a sense of tradition. The process starts long before the pad ever touches the soil. Farmers pick healthy, grown-up pads, cut them with sharp knives, and then lay them out to dry in the open air. This drying period, which can last several days, allows a protective scab to form over the cut surface. This simple weight is crucial. It stops the pads from rotting when planted, and helps them survive the harsh conditions they'll face in the field. It's a small step, but it makes all the difference. Once dried, each pad is planted by hand at a slanted angle, with about 1/3 of it buried in the soil. This careful placement keeps the pad stable and encourages strong roots to grow downward. It's tough, repeated work under the hot sun, and every pad is placed with care and attention. The farmers know that each pad holds the promise of a new plant, so they take their time. Here's the interesting part. After planting, the field is left unwatered for 2 whole weeks. This might seem risky, but it's a deliberate choice. This dry spell forces the roots to dig deep in search of moisture, building a strong, resilient plant that's ready to handle dry periods and drought. Only when new shoots finally appear, signs of life and growth, do the farmers begin to water the young plants. It's a moment of celebration and relief. It's a tough love way of doing things, but it results in stronger, healthier plants that can thrive even in the most challenging environments. Each pad is more than just a plant. It's an investment in the farm's future, a small piece of hope planted in the earth. This method, passed down through generations, is the secret behind the success of these cactus fields. It's a blend of patience, experience, and respect for nature. The process is exact, patient, and deeply rooted in old traditions. Elders teach the young, ensuring the knowledge lives on. From just one pad, a whole field, and a thriving business can grow, transforming the landscape and the lives of those who tend it. That's the amazing thing about nopal farming. It all starts with a single pad, and with care, it can become something extraordinary. Next, let's see how these fields are taken care of, and what it takes to keep them thriving year after year. Once planted, nopal fields need constant care. Farmers walk through the rows, checking for problems, sickness or bugs. Finding them early is important. Weeding is never-ending, often done by hand, to protect the cactus from other plants. Drip irrigation gives water efficiently, helping growth and stopping roots from rotting. As plants grow, careful trimming shapes them for easier picking and more produce. Trimmed pads are never wasted. They're sold, fed to animals, or used to start new plants. This cycle of care and picking is a lesson in patience and hard work. Every step is about helping the crop and the community. Good practices keep the fields productive for many years. The result? Strong, healthy plants ready to be picked. Taking care of nopal is a mix of science, tradition, and hard work. Now let's see how the picking happens. Harvest time begins with the colorful, prickly pears, tunas. Farmers start at sunrise when the fruit is firm and fresh. The real challenge? Tiny, hair-like spines called glochids that get everywhere. Using tongs or knives, farmers twist or slice the fruit off without squishing it. Each fruit is handled gently and placed in boxes, rushing against the heat. On rough ground, only skilled hands can do the job. Machines can't be as gentle. Every bucket filled means a season's work is paid off. The harvest is a quiet, focused race to keep the quality good. Once the fruit is collected, they turn their attention to the pads. The cycle of picking is non-stop, but it's what keeps the business going. Each step needs skill, speed, and care. The prickly pear's journey is just beginning. Next, picking the pads themselves. Nopal pads are picked all year round, every 7-10 days. Harvesters use sharp knives to cut young soft pads at the bottom, being careful to avoid the growth spots for new pads. Being exact is key. Each cut makes sure the plant keeps producing. Pads are stacked in crates, handled carefully to avoid bruising. Picking only certain pads keeps the plants healthy and productive for decades. This is sustainable farming in action. Only new growth is taken, and the main plant stays strong. The rhythm of growing and picking is what daily life is like for nopal farmers. Every crate is a symbol of how people and nature work together. The process is efficient, sustainable, and deeply rooted in tradition. Nopal farming helps families and communities. The cycle never stops. Fresh pads, fresh chances. Now let's follow the journey from the field to the factory. Once picked, the race is on to get nopal and prickly pears to processing factories. Both are full of water and go bad quickly in the sun. Trucks are loaded straight from the fields, driving on rough country roads to reach the factory. Every minute counts. Delays mean lost freshness and value. At the factory, crates are weighed. This is how farmers get paid. The produce moves quickly from the field heat to cool, controlled places. Being efficient here keeps the quality that farmers worked so hard for. This step is the important link between the farm and the market. The supply chain depends on speed and accuracy. Even a small delay can affect taste and how long it stays fresh. It's a high-stakes race, with everyone doing their part. Next, the change begins inside the factory. Inside the factory, cleaning and removing spines come first. Machines scrub prickly pears and rinse nopal pads, getting rid of dirt and spines. High-quality pads are sorted for sale. Only the best go to stores and restaurants. Top-quality pads are vacuum-sealed or packed, then cooled to keep them fresh. Prickly pears are sorted, packed, and stored at exact temperatures. Lower-grade pads aren't thrown away. They're shredded for animal feed. Every part of the plant is used, wasting very little. Big shredders process tons of cactus into healthy animal feed. Quality checks are strict at every step. The factory is a great example of being efficient and sustainable. From the field to the fridge, freshness is kept, but the journey doesn't end here. Some cactus is made into juice and wine. Many prickly pears are squeezed for juice or turned into wine. Fruits are peeled, seeds are removed, and then cold-pressed, making bright, healthy juice. The juice is filtered, heated to kill germs, and bottled, full of vitamin C and good stuff. Some juice is fermented with yeast, turning it into unique cactus wine. This process adds value and opens up more places to sell nopal products. From the field to the bottle, it's a journey of new ideas and old ways. The business helps the economy and celebrates Mexican heritage. Every bottle of juice or wine tells a story of hard work and cleverness. The simple nopal has become a global superfood and a symbol of strength. From thorny fields to supermarket shelves, the cactus's journey is amazing. It shows that good things can grow in the toughest places. Sometimes, the most important things in life come with a few sharp points.